In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you parallel reality, frequency shifting, and how you can shift to the reality you want effortlessly. This is an epiphany, something that I've just come to realize in my own life, and it changes everything. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you that of understanding parallel reality, frequency shifting, how this has totally revolutionized the way that I go about creating what I want in my life, and their insights that I've had from actually going to see Bashar. So if you've never heard of Bashar, Bashar is channeled by Daryl Anka. It's kind of like an Abraham Hicks type thing. Bashar is channeled by Daryl Anka, and I've gone to his seminars before, and it's high vibrational information that comes through, and a lot of it has to do with understanding how our beliefs create our reality, how reality is formulated, and then what happens is people go to these seminars, and there's like a Q&A. You can ask questions. There's like a raffle. You put your name in, and then maybe you get your name brought up, and then you can go and ask a question. So for this, what happened is I go and I had some very powerful insights, and those insights I'm going to share with you in this video. Now, what originally happened is this is last Saturday, from when I filmed this video, and Leora Alexandra, Victor Odo, and I had a event that we did here in Las Vegas, and this event was on Sunday. The day before that, we go to this Bashar conference. We're like, perfect, we'll go to Bashar, we'll be able to relax, go to a conference, and ask questions and learn. So we go to this Bashar event. It was Leora's first time going to Bashar. Victor and I have both been before, and it was cool. We put in our names. In the beginning, when you go in, you can put your name into a raffle to see if you get called, because there's like 100 people there, and only like 15, 20 people are going to be able to ask questions for the event. So I put in my name, Leora puts in her name, Victor put in his name, and all three of us got picked to ask questions within the first round from 10 to 12, because it goes from 10 to 4. So there's 2 sessions. The first session, all three of us got picked to ask questions. So we all got to ask questions. Okay, first off, so it was really cool. Leora went and asked some questions. Victor went up, asked some questions, and I was the last one to go up. I go up, and the first question I asked was about enlightenment and belief systems. So last time I went up there was a couple years ago, and I asked about belief systems, because our beliefs create our reality. And when it comes to parallel reality shifting, we always experience a reality that is equal to our beliefs. So I go in, and I ask him to elaborate a little bit on beliefs creating reality, because he said that I asked about enlightened people and their belief systems, and he said that enlightened people go beyond belief and into knowing. They go beyond belief and into knowing. So there's a different relationship there that they have with reality. Because I was asking in correlation with the book called Autobiography of a Yogi, because in that book, Paramahansa Yogananda shows and shares his personal experience being around these enlightened yogis in India, and they could do literally magical things we don't even think is possible, like levitate, like one person in Autobiography of a Yogi was like 400 pounds but never ate, kind of showing us like what reality really is. There were enlightened yogis that could make objects instantly appear. Paramahansa Yogananda's mom went into meditation and was told that a silver locket would appear in her hand, and she goes into meditation that night, and that's exactly what happened. A silver locket appeared in her hand that she was meant to give to Paramahansa later in life. They could implant ideas specifically in certain people's heads, like Paramahansa Yogananda's guru told him to meet him at the train station at a certain time, and then had to cancel that and told him to cancel. So it's understanding reality in this new way. And if these enlightened people could do that. So my question to Bashar was like, yo, I want to like make objects instantly appear. I want to like be enlightened. What are the belief systems of enlightenment? Which of course comes from ego, right? Because if like we want to have the belief system, how do I attain the belief system of enlightenment? Well, enlightenment is not an attainment. It's not something the next level you get to from an overachiever point of view. It's more so a realization that you have from letting go of all the concepts that don't serve. So I asked Bashar, I go up there, I go, Bashar. He goes, to you good day. And I said, hello Bashar. I said, last time I came to you, I like this little fly. It kind of tickles my ear. It's on the top of my ear right now. It feels kind of cool. I said, Bashar, what are the belief systems it tickles. I said, what are the belief systems of enlightened people? So dude. What are the belief systems of enlightened people? Not my face, bro. What are the belief systems of enlightened people? And I was like, yeah, last time you told me that it was, they move into knowing. And it was like, I was like, my guess is that they just know reality is a dream so that they can make more reality dream-like. And he said, yes, they don't think that. They don't believe it. They know it. They know reality is a dream. And because they know reality is a dream, it becomes more flexible and more malleable for them. I was like, okay, really cool. So we talked about that for a little bit. And I can't wait for the recording to come out. I'm going to buy it because I want to see, there's so much that happened when I was asking questions, I just don't remember it. Second question I asked was on and related to parallel reality shifting, because I talked about something called pendulums. Now, a pendulum is this idea that comes from a book called Reality Transurfing, which was written by quantum physicists in Russia. I used to make a lot of videos about him, about the reality transurfing process. Very powerful. And reality transurfing has to do with knowing the parallel reality we want to experience already exists, so we can glide through the parallel realities to the one that we want. We don't have to create it from nothing because it already exists. So, dude, come on, bro. Come on, dude. Anyways, go. Okay, so when it comes to pendulums, what I asked him is, okay, so just to understand pendulums are these thought structures. They're these thought structures that are they actually have their own gravitational pull. Now, let me explain it like this. We have an energetic field around our body, and within that energetic field, we have that of thoughts that we think that influences our reality. And certain thoughts we're thinking will go within our energetic field and they'll influence us in certain ways. Thoughts are literally things. Now, when it comes to reality itself, we are co-creating our reality with the collective consciousness. Now, there are billions of other people on the planet, and when we are all focused on the same thing, we feed these thought structures, and these thought structures will then have a pull over us if we aren't aware of them. So, for example, when people are Republican or Democrat, if you are anti-Republican, fighting the Republican with your mentality, how you feel about it, actually feeds the pendulum itself and makes it stronger. Whether you're for or against the president, if you like him or hate him, you're feeding the energy structure of him. So a pendulum is around anything that has attention from many people. There's a pendulum around different sports teams. There's pendulums around different ideas. And the people feed these pendulums. And the more people that are focused on it, the more pull that it has. So pendulums are very real things that have an energetic structure. And many of us are influenced by pendulums and we don't even know it. Could be the pendulum of you got to go to school, you got to go to college in order to then go and be a part of a company to work there for 20 years to then retire. That's a pendulum, and many people buy into that pendulum. And the key to these is observing them and then choosing something new, not fighting them, because if you fight them, you feed them. So my question to Bashar was on pendulums. How do these pendulums work? Are they a real thing? And what he said was, they are all different frequencies that people pick up on. Because I asked him this question as well. I said, I have this intuitive feeling that when I listen to music, when I listen to certain music, I also pick up on the frequency of the millions of other people that may have listened to that same type of music, the consciousness of those people. So if you're listening to a certain type of rap music, for example, if you put yourself in the frame of that rap music, you may be also listening to the other people and picking up on the frequency of the other people that have also listened to that, rap music. And it could be very positive rap music, or it could be rap music that's very destructive, that's very chaotic. It's like, go do this and fight this person, or do this, or get to this. It just depends on the intention behind the music and the other people that are listening to the music. So if you listen to maybe like classical music, you pick up on a lot of the other people listening to classical music, very intellectual type. Or if you're listening to spiritual music, you pick up on the other people listening to the spiritual music. The powerful part of sacred sounds is that when you're oming, when you om, you pick up on the frequency of the other people that are oming, which are also normally doing it with the spiritual intent. So that was my question, and Bashar's answer was that they're just different frequencies, and when we are tuned to that frequency, we pick up on the other people that are at that frequency as well. So when it comes to parallel reality shifting, everything you do with your attention is shifting you into different parallel reality streams, parallel reality timelines. So the power of this video is showing you and asking you, what parallel reality frequencies are you tuned to? Because whichever parallel reality frequencies you're tuned to is going to be the one that is equal to whatever you're tuning yourself to. So when you listen to music, you're tuning yourself to a certain reality. When you are going to certain seminars, you're tuning yourself to the people running the seminar. When you are watching a movie, you're literally tuning to a frequency. Think of it like this. The reality you want to experience already exists. They all exist at the same moment right now. Just like you know, if you are watching television and you're on channel 5, but you want to go to channel 7, it's not that you have to recreate channel 7. You push a button and it tunes you from one frequency to another frequency. They both exist right now. So the question I have to you is, which channel are you tuned to? Are you tuned to the reality of your abundance? Are you tuned to you doing what you love for a living? Are you tuned to the frequency of what you want? And if not, understand that the version of you you imagine that is the perfect version of you, it already exists. You don't have to create it. The key is tuning to that version of you. And you could do that. The bridge to that is your imagination and your identity. Are you being the best version of you? Imagine right now, in the present moment right now, now is all that exists. But many people are living now in their past because they are scarred from some past experience. But right now, what you can also do is you can connect to the future version of you with your imagination. What is the future of you doing? What is the frequency of the channel of that version of you? Because the more you tune to that TV station of that frequency of you, the more you bring that characteristic into your current life stream. You can use your imagination to connect to the future frequency of you, and by thinking and putting your attention on that future frequency of you, you bring it into the now. So when I imagine the future version of me, traveling the world, doing what I love, I'm tapping into that frequency. It exists right now. Most people regret the past, are guilty of the past. They're now focused on the past, therefore bringing more past patterns into the now. These past frequencies are only there because we scarred ourselves at a certain point in our life. Something happened. Was that something happened? It caused an energy ripple, a disruption in our energy field that keeps now the same past experience, the same past frequencies in our life now. You are not the result of your past. You are who you choose to be in the present moment right now. So because of that, you can pay attention and be like, yo, where's my vibration at right now? What am I focused on right now? Am I focused on the past? Am I focused on reminiscing about the past or regretting? And even then, if you project yourself to the future, you do it now, but you do it from the awareness of, this is who I prefer to be. And the frequency already exists. When I decided to do a video a day on YouTube, it was almost like the future version of me was saying, Aaron, do a video a day. That version of me, that frequency of that version of me was saying that if you do a video a day, you will tap into being a full-time YouTuber before you are a full-time YouTuber. And that's exactly what happened. As I took on the identity and the frequency of that future version of me now, and now that is my reality. I get up every day doing what I love, traveling the world. Now I imagine the future version of me, the frequency of me traveling the world, speaking and helping people to transform their lives. That version of me already exists. I can pick up on the frequency. By going into visualization and imagine that version of me, I pick up on the frequency of that version of me because it already exists. Therefore, I bring that into my current life stream. They all exist right now. It's about the imagination of it. It's about bridging that. So understand that for this process, it's simply about recognition that it already exists. Recognition that it's simply about changing the remote control tuner from one channel to the other. It's that simple. And we can do that at any time. Do you like what channel you're tuned to? Because sometimes what happens is people might be on channel 22 And they may not like channel 22, but they stayed tuned to channel 22. The remote is right in front of you. At any point, you can pick up the remote and change the channel. But people stay tuned to channel 22 because it's comfortable. Because you've seen the episode 600 times and you know what's predictable and you're stuck in the autopilot mind. Because it's familiar. Channel 22 is boring. Channel 22 is what you know exactly. You've seen every episode, you've seen every show on channel 22, but yet it's comfortable. And what I'm saying to you is you can change the channel. You can make the choice to change the channel and you can pick up on a new frequency. And your attention is your remote. When you change your attention, you change the channel you're tuned to, and therefore you change the reality you experience. Reality is a reflection of where we tune our attention. Change your attention, you change the channel you tune to, you change your reality. So if channel 22 is boring, stop watching it. Make the choice to grab the remote and choose something new. Choose a new story that you tell yourself. Choose a new station, a new frequency, new people, whatever it is. By you choosing that, you will then experience a new reality. So that's what parallel reality frequency shifting is about, is just realizing it already exists. Tune into it, using your imagination. Know that that is who you are, and with time, that will become more of your reality. Now, something I do have is the shift experience that is coming, and the shift experience will show you how to shift to a new level of reality and a new level of consciousness. It's the most powerful thing I've ever created. It's being made right now. If you want first access to it, you can go ahead and put in your email at the top of the description box below. Also, I'll be doing more live communities on Instagram. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you can follow me right here. And you can ask me questions as well. I'm getting ready to take questions because I'm going to film a Q&A for Lior's channel. So if you want, you can follow me right here. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the little notification here so you can see the daily vids that I do. And other than that, as always, peace, much love, and namaste.